This feels like a video I probably should have done preparation for. What's going on, everyone? My name's Kai, aka Manga Me, and today I'm going to be getting into why I think newer manga readers should definitely invest time and money into comedy manga. For anyone that's been collecting and reading for a while, this might not be for you, but stick around to see if you learn anything. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so before we get into the video, to avoid disappointing Perry the Platypus, please make sure to like the video if you enjoy. Leave a comment down below, let's say what some of your favourite comedy manga are, and we'll have a discussion about that. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, so everyone can enjoy the deep psychological stories told within manga, and I'm not trying to take anything away from that. In fact, I'm actually going to try and help you improve your experience with those types of stories with this video. And I have got some sort of series to help paint the picture for you guys here. The first one I want to start off with is Banana Fish. Now, it definitely doesn't seem like it, like kind of the colors of the cover and pretty early story wise. But it gets very heavy towards the end, and well, actually not even towards the end. There is some stuff in the earlier volumes that don't get paid off until later on. It gets heavy, okay, and you don't want to go from reading something like that straight into reading, Pum Pum or stuff like Gans or Berserk, as you can see there. If you're new to collecting manga, like, you're mainly going to hear about your Pum Pums and Berserks in like any recommendation videos you're going to watch and things like that. However, my suggestion to everyone starting out, especially if you're going to be looking into getting into Berserk and everything like that, it's always going to be, don't binge through Berserk and then go through Pum Pum or what else we got, like Dorohedoro or stuff like heavier stuff like that. Don't do that, because one, you're definitely going to feel the emotions from that, and some of these stories definitely take you to dark places, and two, you don't want to get burnt out on that type of genre or storytelling, because the stories themselves are brilliant. So what I want to do for you guys is recommend some manga to look into whilst, taking breaks and whatnot from the heaviest side of manga, basically. And the first one we got is Where the House Husband. This did just get a Netflix adaptation, and less said about that the better, probably. I personally wasn't a fan of it, is what I'm trying to say. But the manga itself is episodic, so only the very key things follow from chapter to chapter, like characters, and just personalities and that sort of stuff. Other than that, it's a different story every chapter, and it's basically about a ex-Yakuza member now being a house husband. He stays at home whilst his wife goes to her job, and it's basically his story now, like how he deals with stuff at home and shopping and everything like that. And it's great. It's absolutely, I'm really excited for volume 5 to come out. It's really fun. You don't have to binge a whole volume, because like I said, it's episodic, so each chapter has its own story and stuff like that. Next, I'm going to put these two in the same category, because we got Rent a Girlfriend and Ground Blue Dreaming. This is slightly more on the stranger side of comedy, and we'll get more into that later, but these two are both brilliant series that I'd recommend to anyone that's kind of looking for a break from your darker, heavier stuff. But basically, Grand Blue Dreaming is a nice twist on things, because usually in, like, I don't want to say rom-com, but it definitely delves into that sort of stuff. You know, it's usually high school and all that, but this actually takes place in college. So the themes are pretty different. I'm not actually, I probably shouldn't open that. And Rent a Girlfriend is pretty much like that as well. It also takes place in college. So it's just nice differences between your regular rom-com series. But the comedy in both of these series are pretty great. World to Koi is a bit more specific. It's about office romance, I suppose. About between two otaku who knew each other as kids, but then fell out of contact, and then realized that they both work for the same place, and they kind of find each other at the right time, I should say. And it's basically about dealing with otaku culture within the office and stuff like that. And this is probably one of my favorites. I really enjoy Word to Koi. Narumi is best girl for sure, and yeah, definitely check out Word to Koi. That's probably the top of my recommendation list. Now the final the final one I'm about to show you, it's like using your final health item on an M-Boss in an RPG. You don't want to go straight to this. You don't want to use it too early or anything like that. But we have Prison School. Now, this takes ecchi comedy to a completely different place. Definitely pay attention to that. But other than that, it's a great series. It's really funny. Probably the first manga I read that actually made me physically laugh out loud. But yeah, just keep these sorts of series in mind. You know, go for a couple of volumes of Berserk, and then read a couple of chapters of Where the House Husband before diving back into Guts's unchangeable fate, basically. Because going from one dark series to another can definitely take its toll on people, especially if you take absolutely no breaks in between. And these are just some of my picks for series that, if you're new to collecting manga, I would definitely look into. Just because you're into stuff like Berserk does not mean you should shy away from anything like this, because Berserk is top 2 manga for me, but I still thoroughly enjoy all of these series. So yeah, that's all I really have to say on that matter. Let's get over to the outro bookcase. Outro bookcase. Looking at this shelf now, if you're into Shonen Jump, which I'd go a way to say about 85%, if more of manga fans are. One Punch Man is also a really great comedy manga to distract you from the heavier side of stuff. It's in a bit of a different place now, but definitely the first kind of 10 to 15 volumes still keep with the... I mean, it's still keeping with comical aspects, but definitely not as much as it did in the start. But anyway, thank you guys for checking out the video if you're here till the end. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know down below if these sorts of videos interest you at all. I just wanted to make one kind of going over why I think comedy manga has its place in the world, basically, and why it has its place in my collection. I'll leave a link to my previous video, and I don't know what random video I should pick. I'll probably just leave the link to a random video and let you guys figure out from there which one it is. Thank you again for checking out the video. In the description, you'll also find my Linktree link, which will take you to my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And yeah, I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace.